Not good.
Have anything about going on live? Do you see that you have something between your teeth?
Well, we're live now, so
Yeah, exactly.
Hello, everyone.
hey guys, we don't know what happened to April. So
She's
she
very
hit go live and she disappeared on us. So
yeah.
we're just kind of like, uh. So are you guys here?
I'm here. You're here. Is Kathleen here?
No, we're not. Yes, we're live.
Yeah.
Where are we?
Summary.
There we are.
There she is.
Yeah, I hit the go live button and my internet freaked out and I saw
Oh my
on
God.
YouTube.
I can hear her. There she is. There she is.
Oh, I think we have an echo going on.
And my internet freaked out and somebody's YouTube video is not.
I can hear her. There she is. Hold on.
Yep, it's not me.
It was me.
Right.
It was me. Y'all can know.
Oh,
I'm done now. So.
you're gonna.
Shame
We
on
love
you.
Heather's hair. She's
Well, hey everybody. Thanks for joining us over here at Bougie Bear Vintage where nothing ever goes right. I'm here and we've got Kathleen Krafts today and she's going to show us how she does her tree of life and how she does wire wrapping on stones.
Yeah. Yep.
And we also have Heather and Cindy here, and we're going to work on things. I think me and Cindy want to kind of see if we can do what Kathleen's doing. And Heather has her project that I sent her, and we're going to see how that turns out. So,
Heather's like, oh crap, feel the pressure, feel the pressure.
So Kathleen, if you want, I'll go ahead and let you show us what you're working on.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, well, I'm working on this today. So I put a picture of it on Facebook, but so after I did that, I wrenched on it one more time and it broke. So I remade this. So I thought I would save this and do a little bit of show and tell on this today. And I can't get used to this camera, so bear with me. The backwards showing. So I done did the weaving on the bell. So now I'm attaching the stone to the tree. I showed last night. I did a little video, late night video, on what it looks like without a stone in it. So if you want to watch that, you can watch that to see what it looks like before the stone gets put in it. As of now, I've got one wire connected to top wire up here. And usually I don't have one oddball one like that, but this one turned out that way. And usually it's just these two on the side that I start out with. So that's going to be my next step, is getting those two attached. Once you get your tree all, twisted out. And it's a lot of taking your stone and putting your stone back in place, and it slip sliding around like it is right now, and trying to hold on to it while you do your tree. As you see, I did it in sections. Just a little, and put it in there to see where the trunk would be, and then I'd take it off and I'd twist a little, and then I would put it back in, the stone back in, and then I would see where the branches need to be, and then I would pull out, like I use a certain number of, with a certain size of stone. A small stone, you might want to use 9 strands, which is folded in half, equals 18 branches, so yeah, I'd equal them out into like 3s, and then I go up and I twist the tree a little bit more, and then I put 3 more on each side. And then when I get to the top, usually I have an odd number. I never know what I come up with. But time I get to the top, I'm able to figure out what to do so that I have 2 that comes up and hugs around the bell. And that's how you get started. Those first 2 wires are the hardest, and after you get those on, it's pretty easy. So I'm still at the hard part right now.
So you said there's about 8 branches on the tree?
There's 18 branches.
Oh, 18. Okay.
9 wires and fold them in half. And I've done a video on that up to the point to where I started cutting the wires for the branches. So, you check back with that. I
Mhm.
stopped it. I showed how to get to the point of starting to weave and starting to cut the wires. So I guess I could do a video on how to weave because I've already got this one done. But I was going to start on the back, fastening this down today on your show because people want to see the back. They see the back. So
Yeah.
this particular one style is a very clean back. Now there's other things that you can do to have this same bell and have this kind of a back without having a tree of life on it. And I could show you that and pull out a different stone and set this aside if you want me to do something other than the tree of life.
Oh
Because
no, you go ahead and do what you're working on, what you want to work on.
okay, well it doesn't matter to me, so I like it all. It doesn't matter to me.
I like it all too. So
Okay. All right. So if you have any questions or anything, go ahead.
okay, I'm gonna bring all of us back up, and that way, if anybody else wanted to ask on the panel, y'all have any questions?
Dwayne had a question earlier. He asked, "Where did you learn how to do this, Kathleen?"
I saw self-taught, and I actually learned from tutorials online. I got
That's
curious the first time. Old man does interior construction, and so he's been bringing home electrical wire from off the job. And back about, I'd say probably 8 years ago, I was like, he was trying to peel all this stuff off from it, and I was like, I could make something out of that, So I didn't know nothing about gauges or anything, y'all. And I would be watching these tutorials on these weaving, and they have already oxidized them. And I thought, what's so cool? And so I started taking some of that wire and kind of like doing like Cindy does, and started, trying to twist it around and make different things. And that's why I bought that piece from her. I wanted to keep it because it's one of her first pieces of her learning. And then down the road, she'll have something to compare it to. But because I like Cindy, I'll have something from her very first time. I wished I would have saved something from my very first one, from way back then. I was like, I'd get frustrated and throw it away. I can't do this shit. I don't know what they do. Anyway.
Let's see.
That's how I started.
Somebody
Everybody
else,
loves your hair, Heather.
Oh, thank you.
and I think she already answered this for you, Dwayne. But Dwayne asked, "Do you wrap the wire? Do you wrap the veil?" And it's weaving, isn't it?
Yes. It's a weave. Wire weaving. There's like 2 or 3 different weaves. I have one particular one I like, and it's this one. So whenever I weave, where's that piece? Even whenever I do this, I didn't show y'all this one. They do basically the same kind of weave. Now I've sewed one similar to this. Let's make sure that I've gotten pretty good to where the back looks almost as good as the front. Now this is the kind of weaving I very first started like 8 years ago trying to do with the wire out in the garage that my husband bring home.
That's gorgeous. I love it.
So
That's pretty.
that's real turquoise.
That is amazing.
I love the textures and everything.
You are a true artist.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. But if you look real close, I don't know if I can get it real close, you can see the weaving in there.
Mm-hmm.
There's some weaving.
Yes.
The same weaving that I do. Well, no, it's a little different. I'm sorry, it is a little different. But, it's weaving is what I'm getting at. It's just maybe a different stitch. Where I'd wrap 2 times and 1 time on one level, and then 3 times on the single level, and you just go back and forward like you'd weave a basket. It's weaving, So that's all this is too.
I have a question, and I don't know if we have the I don't know. Anyway, okay. How do you attach your wires to your base to start weaving? Do you understand what I'm asking?
Of the bell.
Like if you're working on a bell, how do you attach these wires that you weave to that?
It's really easier than what you. It's so easy. It's gonna freak you out.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab a little piece and do a sample piece for you. Okay.
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 Can you show her big on this
Yeah.
time?
I
Big?
am.
Okay.
To find the right gauges.
And Perla will get to your question next after she shows us that.
Well, she can go ahead and ask it because it's gonna take me a minute to sit up.
Okay. He was asking, what wire gauge for the tree of life are you using?
Okay, 20 gauge for the base and 28 for the tree.
All right.
That's easy. Oh wow! I went through this last night. Can't find my 28 gauge. See, even when you got all the gauges, April,
Mm-hmm.
up with them.
I'm building my wire collection. Some things I've honestly, the only reason I have them is because I came across them in jewelry jars. Like some of those bundles of wire, I pulled them out of a jar. But these two, I actually went Hobby Lobby and picked those up because they've been having a sale on jewelry making supplies.
Here's a lesson that I can teach you that I've, I had to learn the hard way. Maybe we can fin it. This is 28 gauge. Made for a tree, and I made it too short. So I took it off and I wrapped some little wires around it to keep it all nice and straight for in case I needed to use it for something else again. Which I'm going to just use it now. So I'm going to take these wires off from it.
Okay.
And so it's already pre-cut. So this is what I do is I cut them into a full length. See, there ain't but a couple here, but I was trying to save them. Into the full length, as you can see right there. And I fold them in half, which is what I've done. And I got two of them. Let's see. Let me get a piece of 20 gauge. Oh, there was a 28 right there. I guess I got stage fright.
Lori says she loves the cherries that you made.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it looks so simple. I thought, let me do something real quick, a little quickie, before I start on that tree, the blue one I'm working on.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, let me do this, and then I'll do the tree. Well, then it took a couple hours to do it. I thought it would be really fast, and I'm like, oh heck, this is a lot harder than it looks. So I put that on video. That don't let this fool you. It's a lot harder than it looks. Okay, so I just cut off a piece of wire, right? And I'm gonna just make a circle with it. And who knows, somewhere down the road I might be using this. And I just fold it in half, and I want to keep it rounded. I'm just going to put a shape to it. Using my finger for the shaping. So then I'm just going to come up and straighten it out like that. See, and so this will end up being a bell, okay? And this is just because I've done it so many times, I'm just kind of used to, that's another thing, you'll get used to how the wire behaves. If you, the playing with it, you need to get your certain gauges in stock that's for good for stuff like this. And you got to get used to the feel of the wire. It's all about you and you getting how you're going to, get used to the feel of it in your hands. It's hard to explain. Okay, so there is a little small figure of supposedly future tree of life. Okay, except for I don't have a stone. And then so now we're going to start the weaving. So I would take these wires and the ones that fold in half, and I'm going to slip them on there. No, I'm thinking of the tree. Wait a minute. I'm still going to use this wire. I'm not making a tree. This would be for the tree. And we were doing the weaving, right? You want to know about the weaving?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting confused. Okay, so we're going to start the weaving. So you take the end of your wire. So you get a long piece. Usually I use about 18 to 24 inches of a piece of wire to make a bell.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a given for me because any longer than that, it's just too long to work with and stuff flopping around to poke you in the eye. So no more than 2 feet. So no less than 18 inches because then you run out too soon. And I just stick it in here anywhere to where I can hold on to it right there. See
Right.
that? Not even nothing pretty, just wrapped around down in here somewhere where I can hold on to it. And I take it where I want to actually start my bell at, and I do a twist around the one wire, and you pull it down, and you smash those together. You smash your first little one wrap right there together, and you're going to do that 3 times, and that usually locks in the wire, and that's how you start it right there. Can you see that?
I can. Can you see that,
There
Cindy?
you go. Can
Yes,
you
I see it.
Where I go around there 3 times in that one spot. This here is just to get it started, something to hold on to hold the wire. Down here in the circular area, that's just where I put my finger to hold the wire in place. I just hold on to the wire right there.
Okay, I see.
Okay. And then you wrap it around up here 3 times real tightly. And you don't pull too tight because you'll pull your wire and bend it, which is probably what happened to Cindy with you telling me you bent.
Right.
Uh-oh, did it freeze?
My black screen now. Okay. And so after you wrap it around 3 times, then you take it across. I usually go across under. And you go right across from where you want to be. You have to hold your wire where you want it. Because it's nothing like thread. Don't be thinking thread when you're working wire. And see, I keep it bent right there before I pull it down. And I go around. Usually I go around one more time, down in between the wires like that. Can you see what I'm doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. And then after I go around, this is the second time. I don't want to go all the way around. I went around completely once, and then I went down under. Now I'm going to bring it across and go around on the other side.
You might want to, bring it down just a little bit, and then we can see it.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Went around the other side. Went around once. And go around halfway again. Trying to see and hold it where you can see. It's kind of hard to do. Push it up. So you keep it pretty. You have to keep. That's one thing. You have to keep pushing your wires together. Now I'm not going to ever get used to this backward thing on the camera.
I know.
Can y'all see that?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it
that's
goes
cool.
around that one post, and then you go in between, and then go around the other post.
Yeah, wrap it around. I wrap it around one complete time, and then when I wrap around it one more time, but not completely, then it's when I go across. So it's 1.5 wraps around it, and you go across. Now you go back across, and do another complete wrap. You have to leave your wire down there as best you can, because it's not thread. And pull it down, and then go back up, and go back down like you're going to go back around again, but you're not going to wrap it all the way around. Now I need to pull it tight so I can't see it.
Dwayne was asking, do you have to work under a magnifier of some sort? He said after seeing Heather's necklace, he would think you would.
Oh, yes, I do. I work underneath. It's a very powerful. It's a magnifier. It's really big. It's probably as big as your face. And it's got a little small thing in it that magnifies like, I don't know, 20 times. So it's almost like a jeweler, maybe a little weaker, that's inside of the big one. And it has lights all the way around it. So,
And then he wanted to know, do you clean the wires before you? Oh, I'm sorry.
I said, I'm going to be nice. That one was a good one to really get Dwayne. As big as his face.
What did you say?
I'm
He
just
was-
being mean to Dwayne. He's aggravating me.
How do
so.
I clean the wires before starting?
Yeah.
I don't clean them. If you're talking about the old days, that we just scraped off the stuff, the plastic around them. This here is artist wire, you know, it's the artisan wire.
Yeah,
We-
they're
we
clean.
clean. Back then, though, you know, I was definitely cleaning it off. We were using potato peelers and stuff to get that stuff off with. Yeah, I lost my chat. Doggone it.
We're here.
He said, "Oh, got it."
We're here.
Yeah, on the phone, I've lost my chat. It says retry. No connection.
Oh no.
My phone's like buffering. There we go. That's how I'm able to read some of the questions.
Kathleen Merton came in and said, "Kathleen, I'm so glad you're stepping out. How cool."
I've been wanting to step out. I'm just scared to go by myself live. You know, I can't. I want to see what the chat's got to say, and so here I'm bent over in the camera reading chat instead of doing anything. When I tried to go live once, and somebody came on, and all I do is sit there and talk to them.
It's very easy to get caught up reading the chat.
Yeah. So,
Let's see, did we miss any questions?
but anyway, yeah. Now
Yep.
I've started on this, going into this tree of life that I'm working on. I went under. I don't know if you can see these wires are so little. You know, I went inside underneath, just right here. Let me get a pointer. It might help. Okay, here's my crochet hook. And use it for a pointer. Went right inside there in that little hole.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got the wire. I bend it a certain way to make it go up in there. And I'm going to pull it up. And of course, this is going to be all wonky. And I have
Ooh, I
to
have
keep,
one of those size crochet.
huh?
I said I have one of those size crochet hooks. So
I use
I
it.
got all excited about the crochet hook.
I use it to bend my bells with. This particular size is a G. It's my favorite one for making bells. So,
Misha just joined and said hello.
hi, Misha.
Hi, Misha. I don't hear Heather.
Hello. I'm making noises, so I muted myself because I keep.
I'm going to bring us all back up and you can show us what you're working on.
So, I think I was a bit overconfident or last minute losing of confidence. You know, the whole loop thingy?
The bail part or
Making
Okay. making like an eye hook or eye
Yeah.
loop.
So years ago, I learned how to do it, but I haven't made one for like a decade.
They're tough. I just ordered a looper that actually will do it in like one step. I'm waiting on it to come in because I couldn't get those perfect loops.
Yes, and so then I was looking at the thingers that you sent me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Dwayne's calling Odie down because you can hear him whining. That's all that dog does is whine. It wasn't enough that I had whiny children. I had to get a whiny dog too.
Lynn says you look adorable, Heather.
Well, thank you. I raking in a new hairstylist. Not that I dislike my haircut. It's not the picture I took in, but she was a lot of fun. I'll go back. I will just find a picture that is longer than what I'm thinking.
They always do that with me too. I'll tell them I want it here, but it never ends up quite the length that I expected it to be.
And well, I had gone to a friend for 18 years, and sometimes I would just sit down in the chair, shrug my shoulders, and she'd come up with something. I'm not difficult to please. I was just a bit surprised. So
Right.
Yes. You know,
Angie's joining us. She says hi to everyone.
Hey,
Oh.
Angie.
Treasured Vintage.
awesome. Good to see it. It's okay. It's not.
Let me see.
Oh, here. Okay.
I was just going to pull you back up. So
Yep. There.
that's not bad.
Yeah. So these are my practice ones. I pulled out just some stainless steel, from my crafting collection.
Yeah, the looper thing I'm hoping is going to make my life a whole lot easier. And you can get them for around $12 free shipping on eBay.
That's awesome. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I wanted to practice before I tackle the real thing, making earrings out of
Guitar picks.
guitar
Did
picks.
Dwayne get the holes drilled for you?
Sure did. I would try and show you. You'd never be able to see it. So, and then, as I had told you about that, I went digging through the bowels of my cedar chest from my childhood and looking for old jewelry, and I couldn't find a pair of anything, but I found two things. Let's see here. It's that one thing I could never remember the word for. That one.
The fleur-de-lis.
Fleur-de-lis. And then that one.
And then that one was a kitty cat or a dog.
It looks like a dog, but it's a cat. How's that? And so I'm going to put those on each of the earrings somehow. And I'm trying to be creative here. This making jewelry is new for me. So.
Lynn was saying, that JTV.com sells beading supplies and beads. Yes, I watched their channel over here on YouTube. They have a Jewel School, and you can go look them up on Facebook as well. And if you go to Facebook, they have a link to their clearance and markdown closeout stuff too, which I was looking through earlier today. You can find some things at decent prices on there, real gemstone beads and all the components and things you need to make jewelry.
Wow.
All right, I don't see any more questions, but if anybody else has got questions for anybody here, just go ahead, type them out in the chat. We're going to check back in on Kathleen and see what she's working on.
Well, I'm trying to, like Dwayne said, I do use a magnifier because this is real tedious and it's hard to see.
Yeah, I believe you, because I know it's even hard for me. I was thinking about getting the little headset thing with the magnifiers on it.
But you got
on when I do it.
You gotta get used to your tools. Only thing I can tell you, and once you're able to get away to where you can really see what you're doing, and see, I got that wire twisted and tucked under up there. I got the two wires are attached. Now I might be able to let go. Let's see if I can let go yet.
I love that. That's so nice and clean on the back, and the little curly keys are really pretty.
See, I can just almost let go of my stone. It's still very wonky. It wants to move around and everything. So, see, it's still really. Oh, I'm not even in camera. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I think that Hangout was much better. But anyway, after doing that, I'll have to get in there and tighten those little wires up because they get loose. The branches that's going to be the tree. So I have to do that, twist those around without scratching them up so bad that they look like crap,
Right. So, I've done that with the pliers and stuff.
Yep. So that right there is where your talent comes in. Has been able to do that without scratching it. So I haven't been able to make one yet without scratching it, but I'm getting better, at man.
I like the flat pliers, like when I'm trying to tighten things, because at least mine they don't have any teeth on them, so they don't really do all that scratching. Like with the other ones, when I'm pinching stuff, these don't have any teeth on them, so it doesn't dig into the wire. Because like with the silver tone wire, underneath it's usually copper colored or brass or something.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I've started working. I work with Goldfield. I work with sterling silver now, and
Mm-hmm.
I would prefer to work with copper. And I'm gonna start getting some rose gold because for people who wants this book, but you don't want it to ever tarnish. Now with Heather's, I tried the Jack's tarnish non-tarnisher something. I've had that for years. Now that's one of the things I got way back whenever I was starting to experiment around with my husband's wire in the garage. So that stuff I got that I've been using, like the tarnish free and the silver plating of stuff I got by Jack's.
Mm-hmm.
I got that back whenever I was playing around with stuff that my husband's bringing home. So that's really old. That's probably like 8 years old. So I hope that it works, Heather. Let me know how that necklace holds up.
I sure will.
Yeah, because I put that non-tarnisher on there. I had to get all my fingerprints off of the wires and the stone and everything, and then I dipped it in it, and it said to dip it and then wash it off and let it dry. So that's what I did. So it's clean of DNA and
I was having that very same thought.
so.
Yeah, all the handmade stuff that I plan on doing will be working with copper, gemstones,
Yeah,
and sterling silver wire.
yeah.
Maybe brass. I don't know. I haven't decided.
Because see, sterling silver will tarnish too. Now, see, that's where somebody's like, "Oh, I don't like the tarnished copper." Well, people like tarnished silver too.
Mm.
Sterling silver. They're like, "Oh, don't clean it, don't clean it." Well, eventually, even your sterling silver will tarnish, unless you're able to get the tarnish free one. Like you can get tarnish free copper. Now I got one that's tarnish free, but it's only the 22 gauge because I'm still trying to use up the stuff that I got from Hobby Lobby. It's lasted me all these years, a little over a year that I've bought all of it. So I've only been playing with wire for a little over a year, and so
Woohoo! I'll be an expert in a year. Yay!
That gives us hope, right, Cindy?
But I've been interested in it for quite a few. Yeah. I felt like a failure.
Everybody's saying you do beautiful work, very talented.
Oh, thank you.
You are very talented.
And Lynn says, my daughter did wire sculpting in school. She was real good at it. Her first piece someone wanted to buy, but she wanted to keep it. I wish she would do more. I remember in art class in high school, I made a lot of things, and somebody wanted to buy one of my pieces, and I wished I had kept it as well. But it was sculpting. I did pottery and sculpting.
See,
I made a water pitcher, and it looked like a dragon.
The only thing I remember anybody making in pottery was bongs.
Well, that's what the guy bought it for. He wanted to turn it into a bong.
Yeah, we all making our bongs.
That was the 90s.
That was back late 80s for me.
70s. It was really crazy in the 70s. Our president now was probably doing the same thing.
Probably.
So I understand what you mean now about saying about having to really pull it tight, but this is my little bell that I wire weaved.
Let me put it on there. All right.
Okay.
And I saw another method of making them too, because I was watching a video as well. It's kind of
hold it up like that. You can see.
Okay. Yeah. Now turn it the other way.
like that.
Let me see the front. Okay. Not bad. That's not bad though. For you're just trying to figure it out on your own. Are you watching any tutorials or anything?
I haven't watched any tutorials. No, I'm very hands-on. I like to, but then after I don't do it right, I'll go back and watch a tutorial.
Yeah.
That's
So
This is why I bought your piece. Because you just want to do it. You don't care. You
yep.
figure it out yourself. You're one of them people. I'll figure it out myself. And then if you don't, then you'll it takes some
Well,
time.
and one of the issues that I'm working with here is because my wire, I didn't feel like my bottom wire, my base wire was really strong enough. I doubled it up,
Yeah.
and so that made it harder to work with.
Yeah, that's not a good idea. Yeah, you use 20 gauge is the most popular one for your base because if you
Yeah,
use
this was a
18 is
24
too
or a 26. I can't remember.
18 is just too hard to work with. Don't unless you're going to make a ring or a bangle or something. Don't mess with 16 and 18 gauge.
Hmm.
Really, that's heavy duty stuff.
I'm gonna get some of that for making bangles with.
Yeah.
I got to get the hammers and all that stuff. I'm just like building my toolbox up.
Look, I got a little bitty hammer.
Oh,
and
that's adorable. That's not the builder's hammer.
You wrap that and wear it.
And I have a little block, a little wooden block, and I just look. You can tell I just put things on it and just pound the fire out of it.
I have a rubber mallet.
I got a hammer.
I bought that for rings, like when I put it on the mandrel and I tap it out so that you can get the curves out of some of them.
Yeah, I've got one of them. Mine's big though. What I do with it? I don't know where I did my little hammer.
Dwayne said they don't trust Cindy with real sized tools.
I got hammers all in this room. That's just the little one that I play with at my desk.
Here's my hammer.
Yeah.
It's not that big.
Oh yeah.
See,
That's
it's
very-
made for working with tools. I mean, with jewelry. It's for jewelry.
Does it have the grooves on the hammer part, like to give it texture on metal and stuff?
Yeah, one end's round and the other end is. Does it need to be?
Oh, it's
smooth?
just okay.
But yeah, it's for jewelry. I don't know why I got some stuff down in there. Oh,
I've seen some that are similar to that one where you can change out the end of it. So when you're making like bracelets, cuff bracelets, or things like that with flat metal, that
yeah,
you can, put the impressions in it and everything.
yeah.
That's what I want to get, something like that. And then I need a bracelet mandrel.
Didn't even know they made bracelet mandrels. So.
Yeah.
Thanks, Misha. She
For
said she.
bangles and stuff. Yeah.
What'd she say?
Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't catch that, Kathleen.
Oh, they make mandrels for bracelet bangles and stuff like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We were watching Jewel School and she shows one on there and me and Cindy both were like, I didn't know there was bracelet mandrels.
Yeah.
there's the scary part.
I wish I could, get this to magnify even closer, but I don't think I can. So, well, I don't know if you can see that. I come up through that little loop right there. Can you see what I'm talking about? It's not hard for y'all to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can.
I'm coming up through that loop, and I'm just gonna pull it. And then come back around. And I try to keep my wire in that same shape to where I can hook it up inside there.
Yeah, with that wire, it's almost like sewing.
See how, there we go. And push it back up through there. Grab a hold of it and pull it. Now I gotta get closer and see what I'm doing. So I'm doing that blindly for you guys. I wasn't even getting to watch.
Well, it looks like you're still doing it good.
Okay, now that I've pulled that tight, so it looks better now. See, and somebody's buying this, so I have to do a good job on it. So,
And guys, we didn't mention, but she is going to do a giveaway for you today. So y'all hang in there till the end of the video and we will do a giveaway. And she's got a tree of life to offer.
yep, there it is.
Or
is the
not, you
giveaway,
can all leave and then I will win it. All
Yeah,
right.
nobody's here. Your chances
Yep,
go up.
I've got to be in it too.
Everybody,
And it's so pretty. So it's like opalite and copper.
yep.
That is gorgeous.
See, I got quite a bit of opalite on hand, and it's easy for me to get.
Mm-hmm.
And so anything that's easy to get, and the price is not too bad, then I can do giveaways with it. And
Dwayne said, look, free jewelry over there.
Ha ha, you thought I would say where, didn't you?
so I'm going to go around this one more time. I don't know if y'all can see it. I'm pushing it up inside here. I'm purposely missing that hole that I had again. Whoops. I'm trying to get down where you see me. I'm pushing it
So
up.
each branch goes around that outer circle to wrap around it to secure it to the bale.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. I was wondering how that worked.
So I'm going to go around one more time because this is my beginning pieces. So usually I wrap around several times for that. And hopefully you can see that. I'm trying to do a little and then let you see.
Yeah, we can. On YouTube, it's so much bigger, so we can see it a lot closer.
Okay. Let me tighten up my work because I can't see what I'm doing. I'm trying to show y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hi, Hetty.
Okay, now I'm ready to cut. That piece is done. So I cut it as close as I can to there. And then
Hey, Patty, Peaches, Meredithy.
Yeah, Peaches said, yell real loud when I win.
Girls.
We're competing over here today, for real.
You got your piece yet, Peaches?
Let's see.
She bought a bracelet from me.
Nice. I don't think I've seen any of the bracelets that you make.
What? You kidding me?
I don't think I have.
Okay, hold on a minute. I see.
She said she hasn't gotten it just yet.
Okay. The one I made, Peaches, is like this, except for it's done in a turquoise.
She made those
Wait a
dragonfly
minute.
bracelets.
I forgot about that. Yes, I did see that. The one that you put on Facebook the other day, because I told you it was pretty in the blue color.
Yep, it's in a turquoise.
And she does all that beading too, don't you, Kathleen?
Yep. I made this.
That's amazing. Yeah.
This is like a mesh, y'all.
Now that one is something I wouldn't have the patience for that much beading. But it is beautiful.
I'd just get started and want something.
I just love this right here. It's one of my favorite ones to wear. I made.
That looks like snake skin.
I made the class. Class.
Ooh,
I made that.
look at that.
Nice move.
Oh my gosh.
And Dwayne said incredible dragonfly beadwork. Yeah, I thought the dragonfly set was really gorgeous. Oh, yeah.
The dragonfly was awesome.
So when it comes to the toggle there, how do you make the toggle out of the beads?
It's actually it's just peyote. It's a stitch called peyote, and I just interlock, make a circle and interlock them together, and then I just do a brick stitch, ladder stitch, brick stitch, whatever they call them. Down, I latch on to the middle of it and go down, and then I connect it to the bracelet.
Okay.
Yeah. And that way, it's all completely handmade. Like there's some people with allergies to any kind of metal.
Mm-hmm.
When you want to wear, if you're allergic to any kind of metals, you can wear this all day long. It won't break out. Yeah. And I made this. I was thinking Indian design when I made this.
Oh yeah.
So
Those would make gorgeous earrings too. Like, oh yeah. Maybe I should get you to make me some earrings out of beads.
I wear the heck out of this thing.
It is pretty.
That's bezeling there. Not one of my favorite stitches to do, but it's very rewarding when you are able to do it. That's all Swarovski. Every bit of this Swarovski, the orange, except for the little seed beads, they are Muiki. And
So there's a large stone that you encased with the beads to hold it in.
that is a stitch called I don't know what you call it. They call it bezeling.
Mm-hmm.
Around it, it's encaging the stone.
And then the back even has its own look to it. That's really neat.
Yep. And so all the way down to the clasp, which is a check glass button. So if this bracelet spins, it's even pretty on the other side,
Mm-hmm. You can reverse it.
Yeah, I wear the crap out of this because it's not much mini jewelry that is orange.
Right.
Here in Houston, you got the baseball game has orange in it, and plus orange looks good with blue jeans, and I wear the heck out of blue jeans and the blue jean blouses and stuff. So
Orange and blue is very popular around here because it's Auburn colors. My kids have everything in orange and blue.
yep.
It's whose color?
Hmm.
Whose colors?
Auburn Tigers.
Ah.
Orange and blue is also the Florida Gators. Maybe a different color blue, though.
Yeah, and I think maybe the orange is a little different.
This is called a Russian spiral.
Nice. Are those like gemstone beads, like the larger chunky pieces? Or?
Yeah, this is Swarovski and gemstone, some sort of a gemstone. Not sure what they are, but you could tell they're hand cut.
Maybe amethyst.
What they are. So, I love this bracelet. I'm showing you stuff that I like to wear that I've made.
Cool.
Now this is a Hobby Lobby plastic bead, rose bead. Now I'm showing you this because even people, that can't afford to do something fancy, you get stuff like this. I just thought this was the cutest little thing ever. It goes good with blue jeans, and I said I'm gonna do something with them little plastic beads and put a little not milk glass, opal glass. Drop beads that I put around it to pretty it up. Those you can't get there, but you can get them online.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like those carved beads that are plastic. Those are cool.
Oh,
And I like gemstones that are carved as well.
So one or two more things to show you, then we'll go back to wire weaving.
Everybody here likes to look at jewelry, so.
This
You
is
ain't
what
bothering us none.
Mm-hmm.
this is what the one I call the Victorian necklace.
Yes, it definitely has that look.
This is my very first one, so it's not for sale. But I've already sold one that had the Amazonite stone in it.
Mm-hmm.
She Texas Val, and she got a heck of a deal because hers is all real pearls and this is soft Swarovski and check glass, and that's a jade there.
Mm-hmm.
And she got some really top notch stones in that. And then I made this, which is gold filled, and All the stones on it are real. And I wanted a necklace that had every possible stone or bead that was my favorite. I wanted a necklace like that. It had everything on it that I liked. And I wanted it in gold, So, and I can't
Right.
work with pure gold, so I buy gold field. And gold field is stronger than pure gold for wire wrapping.
Mm.
It's awesome looking. I made a rolling picker, a tree of like black onyx and gold field. Turned out,
Nice.
yeah. So
Yeah, I think that's real pretty.
I got something I make for the guys.
Darlene Buckland said there's people that make jewelry out of beetle wings.
Wow, that would probably look cool.
Mm-hmm. I've seen the butterfly wings. What's the name of that jewelry called, Cindy, with the butterfly wings? They have a name for it, but it was
I
vintage.
know what you're talking about, but I don't have a clue. I'm just like clueless today.
Here's your Mad Max bracelet.
Morph, that's right. Morphic jewelry.
There y'all go.
Oh yeah, my daughter knows how to make those bracelets like that. She knows how to do those things, and the ones with the like plastic cording and stuff.
Aren't those? Is that not macrame weaving?
This is macrame. And this knot that's at the end is called the diamond knot.
Okay.
Very clean. Of course, I burned the ends as we see it's torched. I burned the ends to keep it a clean look. That's a very difficult knot to do. I know how to do it, but usually I forget, so I always have to go back and Google diamond knot to refreshing my memory because it's not an easy knot to do. So that way it's all the same materials,
Mm-hmm. And that paracord jewelry is real popular with like younger kids.
And guys.
Mm-hmm. And guys, because it's very sturdy. And you can beat it all up and it won't break.
My son loves that stuff. He's always wants me to make him a new one of it. So, but that's all I'm going to show of that stuff, except for my new starting of the Victorian necklace, which is Chinese turquoise, which is like $26 for this stone. I priced some Kingsman turquoise. They want $100 for a stone like this.
Yeah.
It would put the necklace up to unbelievable price. So I got the Chinese turquoise. It's real because it puts it more of an affordable zone to where people can afford to buy it. And it's real. Those are real pearls, and these little bead pearls are Swarovski pearls. So if it's not real, it's a very well made then.
Yeah, there's Chinese turquoise, and I think the turquoise that you can get from Thailand too. Both of those are less expensive than like what you find here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Taiwan turquoise.
Mm-hmm.
But it's real. It's 100% real.
Oh yeah. What's the backing on there that you use?
The backing is called stiffy stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so but you can get it. It's like that stuff that you also can get at the sewing stores for like what
Like interfacing.
Thank
Interfacing.
you. Yeah, the interfacing stuff. Yeah, you can use that. And this is a new thing that I'm trying because on my first one and then the one I sold, I didn't think of this. And I've seen somebody do it online with some little thing they were making up called inches. So they would bead on these little square things and then cut them off, and make square inches and then create something with them, whether it be a picture or or sew them together or whatever. But it was kind of neat. But what she was doing is she was taking markers and coloring the background so that whenever it moved, you didn't see white behind. And then you can't get this stiffy stuff in all different colors. I think it may come in black and it comes in white. So this way, when you bend it, whenever it's made, you won't see white, underneath your beads. It'll be the color of the jewel that you're.
And it gives it more structure for the beads and everything.
Well, not that, it's the coloring. You don't want to see white in between. Whenever I get out here, because I'm going to be weaving out here, and I would be cutting off as close as I can. You don't want to see white on your edges
Mm-hmm.
of the
Okay.
stuff. So, and the back will be covered with leather. So that'll all be covered up.
Okay.
And that's what I did with this one. The back of this is leather.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Cindy's the one who wants to see the back. See the back. See the back. So yeah, the back looks pretty good. So
Yeah, that's very similar to the way Gianna does her native beading that she does. She
yeah,
uses leather and some other things on the back.
embroidery.
Right. I'm going to step away for just a second and I will be right back.
Okay.
Oh, she's leaving us alone. What can we do?
What do you work on, Cindy?
Wire wrapping.
I know what we can do.
Well, let's see.
What?
She didn't put it on.
Oh,
Oh,
Go fishing.
No, she
duck
did.
juice.
no,
I'm
now
trying
it's
to. There we go. Okay, now I'm leaving. I was trying.
So I'm just wire wrapping. I'm just playing.
fun. That's cool. Way cool. What's the stone?
It's one. It's one of those turtle stones that was in the bracelets that I made, and I took fingernail polish and remover and removed the turtle.
Well, you are very clever.
wow.
Oh,
I wish I could get a close up at that. Show me again.
And
Oh, it's cute. I like what you're doing with the little swirlies.
I love swirlies. Swirlies make me happy.
you're
I
the
want to
swirly
do a
lady.
swirly.
Huh?
I want to make a swirly with you.
So swirlies just, and then I have this little thing that I like to do at the end after I get done. I like to take my little these and make that gal on jewelry school calls them lightning bolts. I call them little twists. Anyway, but yeah. So I'm just weaving on the back of it a little bit, weaving it into the back piece, the back holder on her. Now, one thing I do love to do is I love to add beads into the wire weaving. I love to do that.
So I got some amethyst here. Amethyst, Heather, amethyst.
Awesome.
And I got a stone bead. That means it has a hole drilled through it. And I can do some wire wrapping with you, some swirly stuff on here. You want me to?
Sure.
Okay. And for this,
Oh, I would show what you guys, everybody that's watching, what I made last night. This is just like boredom making. So I found this little plastic faceted bead, and I put all these wires up under it through it, and made like an I don't know what you would call it, like a flower with hematite beads on it, and it just, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but anyway, I thought it was fun. So it was just something playing. I'm always playing. Since I've started doing this, I sit here at night, sometimes till 1 o'clock in the morning, just playing with wire. So
I can vouch for that.
just playing with wire.
with this,
Okay. I have earrings.
You have earrings? Let's see.
Okay, so
Let's see, Heather.
there's the first one.
See how pretty they turned out? Yes.
And then since I did different
I
things,
love the wood grain on those pics. Yeah.
there's the second.
Oh,
So if I want to get the fender word off back, what would I do for that?
the fender word off the back.
Of
I
the
would try fingernail polish remover.
That's what I was
Yeah, if you don't want the guitar Fender name on there, then yeah, you can use probably acetone.
Okay, I was thinking that, but I wanted to.
Now you got to wear those earrings and ride on the back of the motorcycle and let them flap in the wind.
His motorcycle. He needs work on it.
Yeah, he was telling me about that it broke down. Well, the throttle broke when he was riding it yesterday.
Yep, he was a town away and had a limp home.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Kathleen?
Yeah.
I've seen pictures of motorcycles and stuff. Do you and your husband ride motorcycles?
We have 2 Harleys. They don't no longer ride them. They just sit there shamefully sitting there collecting dust. So not a good subject around him. He's not here for it. But we don't watch it. Yeah. Something we ain't done in a long time. It's since our friend got killed on the motorcycle, pretty much in the road.
That always makes you very sober about motorcycle riding, is losing somebody special to you on a motorcycle. And usually it's never nothing to do with how the motorcyclist is driving. It's usually the idiots that's driving around them. So.
It was a drunk guy.
I know a story about a guy that nobody liked him in the neighborhood, and he rode on a motorcycle, and then one day he got hit and killed, and nobody was saying a word, and no one even acted sad about it, even his family.
Oh, that's sad.
Wow.
Horrible.
So, yeah, nobody said a word as to how it happened. It was right there in the neighborhood. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
That makes me sad because everybody at least deserves to be recognized when they're dead. I mean, somebody needs to grieve. Listen, I expect when I die, I expect all of y'all to be very sad. So. And if you're not, I'm going to come back and haunt you all. Especially Dwayne. I'm going to haunt him. He better cry and snot and carry on like he lost his best friend.
But if you live to be, like really old, because like for my grandparents, I miss them, but I was more happy for them than I was sad for me because they were really old and they got to move on.
Oh. Yeah, but I'm not old, so.
Well, like 40 years.
Not that I'm planning on dying. I will probably haunt him anyway.
You guys stick around for another 40 years.
Truth there, Dwayne. Truth there. I'll probably haunt all of y'all. So somebody will say, so anyways, and y'all all say, y'all remember how Cindy used to say that?
Remember that lady? Remember that one time?
No. I
cannot tell you, my heart rate is up because I was so nervous about messing up the earrings.
Oh no, you're gonna mess them up.
So now, when you're like all nervous and then the moment passes and then like the shakes kick in? Yeah, that is seriously what's going on for me right now.
I'm over here fiddling with my stone. I got a cat's eye. It's kind of a deep blue color, and I'm working with the copper wire. I'm not doing it like I was going to try the Tree of Life, but I think I need like some more concentration for that.
Yeah, that's why I just wrapped all this together instead of doing a Tree of Life but then I got carried away wrapping and I had to unwrap. Listen,
and that's what I'm doing now.
Unwrapping down on my wrapping, and then I realized, holy crap, I wrapped 4 miles here.
Yeah, I've done that.
Angie said, here lies Angie, mid-century modern.
Okay, I need some beads. Ow.
Whipping. I have to bring that wire down lower.
I don't want no more hematite beads. Time to dig in the bottom of the box.
Now there's another way to do your top. This is going to be done with the bead. And what I'm making now is done with a bead. And what I've done is I took the 24 inches of wire, folded it in half, and I made a loop in the middle of the wire. See the loop?
Mm-hmm.
And I twisted it around a couple of times.
And then you can just run that through the bead.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it to focus, but it's not focusing. And so I'm going to go down to the end, and I'm going to run this through the bead, the two wires. I'm going to go through the bead with it. You make sure you have to have big enough hole in your thing to do this with, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, there's down to the end. Okay, y'all can see that, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, and then so I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to bend it. I just bend the wire where it's flat to the bottom. Okay, see? 90-degree angle. You can either do it together or separate. But you just take your wire. This is 22 gauge, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to put my thumb right here at the end. And I'm just going to take the wire where you can switch around. Use your thumb as a tool. Okay, and just take your wire and just go in a circular motion. And you'll be pushing on it, trying to push it on your wire with your thumb. I'm going to circular motion. And then I'm going to take it. I go by the feel of the wire. The wire don't want to stay in the front. It wants to go to the back. So I'm going to go to the back. So I smack that down. Because of the way I'm going by the way the wire feels in my hand. So this is called freeform wire wrapping. So pretty much it's locked in place now just by doing that. Okay. Now I'm just going by the feel of the wire. I want to separate the two. This is my determination to separate them. So I'm just like bending the wire and going by the feel of the wire of how far it wants to bend. And sometimes you just have to kind of work with it. And then you want to look to see what it looks like. And I can take it and go back around to the front. You're like, oh, that can't be the front. That's going to look like the back. No. I don't know what it's going to look like, to tell the truth, because I'm letting it do its own thing.
Yeah, my back's not looking so good.
I'm going to take this.
My backside never looks good.
Hey, like 30 years ago, okay?
It's like looking like this right now. It's all kinked up. The front of it's like this. This is a bead too. It already had the hole through the top of the teardrop. So I ran the wire through it and then around it and then looped it back through the wire to hold it in place. And now I'm going to try to create a bail out of it. I need something like what she was bending. I can use a pencil, I guess. I got a pencil right here.
I'm watching her just wrap. She's making curly keys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to stop every so often so you can see. The back's looking like that still. Back's looking better than front. And now it's going to kind of push these down. Scrunch them together. I'm going to separate them again. So for this time, take this up around the top. This one over here all the way. Go around the top once. If it kind of looks out of place, it can come back to, okay? So far, that's where we're at. I went around the top once. And then I'm going to come down. And I'm going to
I
curve
saw
my
that,
wire.
Dwayne. You're going to be punished.
And I'm going to go up underneath that piece right there. And let my wire curl around. Are you watching, Cindy?
I am watching.
Sometimes you have to make the wire do what you want it to do. If it don't want to behave right. And I'm just going to bring that and leave that up front like that. This one I'm going to take, I want to kind of do the same thing, except for I'm going to go in the opposite direction. I'm going to wrap around once and bring it to the back. And I'm going to cross over. I'm going to go down like I did that other side, and I'm going to do this side. Go around and come up underneath the wire. None of this was planned out. Okay, this is free form. This is just happening right before your eyes. Nothing unplanned out before it come on.
That is what my wire wrapping is all free form.
Free form. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Either that or the effects of caffeine.
Okay, and so now I got basically kind of the same look going on there. And come up. Yeah. I'm trying to decide which side I want to go on. Let me see. Yeah, that's the side I want to go on.
Kathleen, would you say that you wrap with copper wire more than you do any other color
Oh
wire?
yeah, oh definitely. I've done one gold field. I've been asked for the sterling field, but I haven't seen the lady lately, so I don't know if she's still interested. I know how to get a hold of her. So anyway, I've gone around this top, those couple of times. Kind of looks bad, but this is what they call scarf the top. And when they say that, it's like in the wintertime where you throw a scarf around your neck and wrap it around and around. That's what we're going to do. We're going to wrap this around to where it looks like a scarf. Okay, now this one I can only do it with one, so I can't do it with both of them. So this one I'm going to take right here, and I'm going to, let me look at it real close. Okay. I'm going to take it and I'm going to cut it right there. So I can't scarf it with one. I mean, if I went the same direction with them, I could have done a double scarf. Okay, I cut that right there. Can you see?
Mm-hmm.
I was scared this might be the problem when I come on here. Y'all not getting what I'm doing. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to bend it. This is hard as heck to do too, tell you. Hold it out there so y'all can see. And I've just put a twist in that wire like that. and I'm going to take it and I'm going to tuck it down in there somewhere. Now I got to pull it up to me to do that. And I'm not going to be able to do that so y'all can see it. So let me do it and then you can see what unfortunately, I wished I could do it where y'all could see me do it.
So Dwayne was asking, do you ever solder anything?
No, but you know what? That's the next thing on my list, Dwayne. And I'll tell you why. Because these necklaces and stuff I'm making, you guys, they're done with jump rope and jump rings. And I'm worried about, because it would happen with anybody that would making one, that would be making it like I'm doing. And it would, it's going to come loose. It's going to come loose and it's going to fall off you. And you're going to go, oh, look at this piece of crap. But I'm pretty brutal on myself, I mean, you have to be. If you want to be the best, you have to, be your own critic too, That also, what I admire in Cindy is that she admires her own work, and I wish I had more of that in me. I do. I wish I had more of that in me. Now, so I got this tucked up underneath here, and I forgot what what I was talking about. That's what I do. I'm being. And so I'm going to finish scarfing around the top. So I'm going to go around it and see how it's looking like a scarf. Can y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Which is getting smaller. And ever so smaller. I mean, this is the last time I'm going to go around it. I'll make sure I'm doing this right. And so I'm going to come to the back now. And when I get about midway up it and midway in the back here with the wire, I'm going to cut it off. I'm hit midway in the middle of with the what do you call that now? The top of the ring is here. The bell, yeah. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna grab a hold of that wire that I cut, and I'm gonna tweak it at the end like that, and bend it in. And then I'm gonna take that. You're not gonna be able to see me do that. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna tuck it down inside that hole, to where it can't be seen.
Son of a gun.
So I'm over here weaving, trying to weave this veil, and I run into an issue that
Okay,
this thinner wire keeps kinking up on me. Do you have any suggestions on how to keep the wire from kinking? Because at this point, it's all kinds of wavy.
Let me see. Put it on yourself and see. I'm done with this though, except for tweaking it a little bit.
It's bending up all on me like this. It's getting all kinked like this as I'm trying to weave it between these.
The gauge is too thick for weaving.
This is that 20. So 20 is too big for that?
Yeah, for weaving, yes.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So you might just want to wrap it around, do like a scarf or something like that, wrap it around a couple of times. But this is by no means perfect because I was like holding it up for you guys to see it, so. But
okay, hold on, let's see it.
I'm going to do some tweaking with some pliers on it still. But this is just all completely free-handed without even using any tools except for to clip the wire. Kind of like how this one was done. This was done completely without any tools. That's all freeform.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how this was done. Except for I am going to use tools on this now to tweak it. And this is what I mean by that is you go back and you see where it doesn't look so good at or whatever. And what I could have done a couple different things. I might make another one while we're on here just to show you different ways of doing things if you want me to.
Okay.
And see how this straight wire going across right here? The straight wire?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's kind of boring looking. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to put a bend in it like that.
Right.
Okay. And then
lightning bolts.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there you go. So, and it also tightens it up because he's loose right there. That tightens it up when you do that. So we're gonna come back around here in the back. That's my back. It's not too bad for a back,
No,
you know.
that's nice.
So I'm just gonna pull these wires a little bit more together. So right here, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna take my pliers and I'm gonna tweak it like that. And do the same thing on the other side. Oops, I might have went the wrong way with that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's the back, right? So you're just trying to tighten your work up. And see, you can just do all kinds of little designs on it. And while you're doing the designs on it, it's tightening your work up. You see that?
Yep, that's how the back on mine, I bent mine to tighten it up a little bit, but it keeps coming loose again. So I'm gonna wait until I get this veil finished and then I'll go back to tighten it up some more.
Yeah. That's what the wire weaving is about. It's just getting to play with your wire. It can really be fun. I enjoy it. I like Cindy and I love talking about it. I love playing with it, making it, and talking about it.
I'm having a lot of fun trying to make my own jewelry. I don't find as much out in the wild as far as as the vintage and stuff like that I did before. So learning to make my own and reuse a lot of these pieces that I do find that aren't in sellable condition, that's what I'm enjoying being able to do now.
Yeah. And it don't have to be perfect. This wasn't perfect. I mean, look at the top of that. It was like crap. Right there. I didn't do a good job at it because I was holding it up for y'all guys to see it. But it's still, if I hadn't have told y'all that, you would have never known it. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
So,
It looks good to me.
Yeah.
You see that piece I made last night, you'd think that looks perfect.
So that's a done piece. I'm going to start another one and show you some other things you can do. Maybe you want me to.
Yeah. I'm still working at this one, so we got time.
The thing about that, you can always cut all that off and make another one. Sometimes the people think it makes you like you're a murderer. Oh, you cut the head off of it. Oh my God! Look what she did to that. But you don't. If you're not into making this stuff, you'll never understand it. Oh heck, just cut it off and make another one. It's fun. I enjoy it. So if I'm not real happy with it, I ain't got a problem with cutting it off and starting over. I like doing it.
Angie, before in the beginning, I was finding a lot of jewelry jars more often. I can still find vintage. I go to estate sales and thrift shops, and I pick up things, individually. But the thing is profit wise, I do better if I can buy in bulk. And so with the jars, I was doing much better. And then I always had tons and tons and tons and tons of stuff that I would pull out of those jars that had beautiful beads on it or components that I could use. But as it was, I couldn't sell it that way. So I started keeping all of that stuff and breaking it down. And me and Cindy started doing our craft auctions. And some of it I just thought was so pretty I couldn't let go of. So now I have this big box over here full of stuff, and I have a bunch of beads in another box in there. And I just decided that, since I can't, buy a jar where things probably cost me 10 cents an item and sell them, then I can be real selective on what I'm willing to buy individually and then make things to go along with it. And I like the idea. I mean, it's peaceful to sit here and do things like this. I enjoy it too.
That's
and we all need
process
peace
from
in
the
our
beginning, April. That's my bad thought. Yeah, I was making things already though, and seeing you guys, doing your Goodwill jars and stuff, and I thought, oh, cool, I can do that on the side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all our stuff here in my area though has went to Goodwill online, so now I don't have the opportunity to find jars the way I did before. But once I'm mobile and traveling around, I really hope that, going from place to place, I'll be able to find some things like that again in other areas.
So, can
So
I
what are you
ask a
making?
question,
Mm-hmm.
April? Can I
Yes,
ask a question? Does anybody who's
yes.
watching live anywhere in Missouri near the Branson area? And if are we?
Uh-oh, she froze. You froze up a little bit, Cindy. So we missed some of what you were saying.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just asked if anybody lives in the Branson area and if they would like to have a meetup while I'm in Branson. Did you hear
Okay.
that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you didn't freeze this time.
Does anyone know Freddie Silver?
Mm-mm. Is he in the chat or something?
It's actually a woman, and she sent
Oh,
me a friendship request and saw that she was friends with several of the resellers. So I was hoping someone knew her. She sent me a message asking if I would like to watch her YouTube channel. It's about Barbies. She started it for her granddaughter, and I told her yes, that I would like that very much. I also like Barbies, and we have some Barbies in the box from 3 storage units ago.
I
Anyway,
think I'm friends with that person too.
so because I was just I don't know. I don't want to be. I don't know what's the word I even want because I sent her pictures of a couple of boxes, and then it's kind of like you want to buy them, but I wasn't really sure how to broach that exactly.
just like you said, do you want to buy these?
But Dwayne said that
How I do it.
he'd cut her a really good price.
Right. I have so many people at this point that are friends with me on Facebook that most of them I
Oh,
don't even know who they are. I just have added them because I
yep.
see that they're friends with other people, and I'm assuming they're in the resell, community. But unless they act weird, I just leave them there.
Um,
Oh,
so yeah, I'm just gonna say if you're interested in buying, well,
not in the resale community. Oh no.
No, not like that. I mean, like if they did something that was super offensive or stalked me or something like that. Which, I've added a couple of people from other countries that end up, trying to hook up with you or whatever. And I'm like, nope, delete, block.
Oh my gosh. Was it last night or the night before? This guy asked me to be his friend, and he's friends with one friend of mine in common that I go to church with that is going through some legal issues. And so I thought maybe because he looked like a professional person that he might be somebody that she recommended to be friends with me so that I could talk to him about some of her legal issues. No, it was some perv. As soon as he called me sweetie, I was done.
Right.
What you doing, sweetie? Yeah, not.
oh, so I did the necklace.
All right.
See.
Let's get it back on you so we can see. There
So
we
you
go.
sent me the chain.
Oh, yeah.
Piece here. There we go. That piece, and then these leaves I had in with my stuff, so I
I
added
look real
them.
pretty with that. I love those.
I put them on the finger and put the bead in there, and
Put it on for us so we can see how it lays. I think it's nice.
And
I likes it. I likes it.
there we go.
Yes.
Okay.
Looks really good. Look at that. That's nice.
wow.
And see, I want to get into more of that delicate kind of feel because I know that's really popular right now.
You do better than me.
So yeah, I don't know. If she responds, she does. I didn't want to be like, hey, buy something from me. But if she's a
Well, I
retailer,
mean, like, seriously, she spammed you to begin with anyway. So.
right. Yeah.
Here, welcome to spam. I'll show you how it's really done, sister.
Everyone in the chat thinks it's really nice too. And it looks good on you.
I
And
want to see it up close again. The wire wrapping you did on there.
here, let me see if I put my light away. Is that better? Where did it go? So
A Y necklace. It comes to the middle.
I added the
Down,
link.
it's got beads.
So you wire wrapped in beads or what?
Oh no,
No wrapping, just a
they're
tad.
on chain and you know like the little bars and stuff where you slide them down.
Oh, I'm sure they have a proper name.
The eye thing is one of them. The one with the little circle.
The I one and the pinhead one.
Yeah, the flat one. Is that what you put the leaves on to get leaves like that?
And then
that one. What they're called? They're called something. I'll have to look them up.
Yeah, I got
The one with the flat end, but it's a bar.
And so yeah, see, and I've even got earrings, little ones, but I've got my hair's in the way. Earrings in.
Mm-hmm.
And I have two piercings. No, two piercings on this side. So yeah, I got earrings in and a necklace. Holy cow! And I did my hair.
Yes.
Oh, what you're doing
Fancy now?
Yeah.
Good at you, miss.
You bougie.
Yes, but I showed you how I put, or tried to show you how I put some eyeliner on. So I am fancy today. I even have my Walmart tunic on.
Listen,
We have a
you
person.
need to take this girl out to dinner.
Uh-huh. We have a person in the chat, Kathy Phillips. She had a question. She said, do any of you do craft fairs or flea markets? And I have done a craft fair once. I plan on doing them again eventually. And Cindy can tell you about flea markets because she has booths.
I have flea market booths. I don't go set up in a flea market, but I have flea market booths. So, but I sell just vintagey and lots of my jewelry that I don't sell online here. So, anyway, I'm done with what I'm doing. I'm done.
You gonna show us?
Stick a fork in me. I'm gonna put a chain on it. What color chain do I want with my little green bell? Oh well, I'll just show y'all this. So I have just this. I added the beads. Y'all know I like the beads.
That's
What's your back look like?
My back is like wild.
It looks like the intersection in Atlanta. That's what my
It looks like my back looks like the drunken trail.
You got a duct tape and baling wire going on there.
Yeah, my back looks like the drunken trail. So anyway, but I like the front. So
Right, I do too.
Let's see. Again.
anyway, I'm going to on the back. I'm going to put a wrap it in some cotton, and then I'm going to take my little hammer and just pound the fire out of it and try to pound my back a little flatter so that it lays more flat. But and then I'll yeah. So, but
That's
yeah.
a nice piece, Cindy.
Huh?
That's a nice piece you made.
So, and actually I could have, this is a bead, it's hollowed out. I could have run a string up in the middle of it, but I just like the stone and I wanted to wrap it. So these here, this one here, I got this out of my rocks. I have rocks.
Yeah.
Y'all know I've talked to y'all about, I buy polished rocks when I go to Branson nearly every time. So I got one out that was pretty flat. And then this one that I done last night, that's real flat. And I done it, and it's silver and copper. And I done it, and it's got a opalite and a coral bead on it. So
Good job.
Mm-hmm. The
now
colors
that
are festive
that
there.
was my attempt at weaving last night, and it's definitely like a drunken soldier there kind of thing. So I may have to unweave it and just leave it.
Well, I'm doing some weaving right now, so
So,
on this little bead.
but I can sit and play with this all the time because I just sit and twist and twist and twist. But I'm
Oh,
not much of a copper jewelry wearer. Of course, I will try to sell this. I have sold some of my pieces already. I will try to sell this. Here's a silver necklace, but I bought silver wire. Well, silver colored wire, not silver wire, but bought silver colored wire in 24 gauge. But I need a piece of it that's 20 gauge for those backs.
yeah,
So,
that's pretty, Cindy.
I need to get the wire wrapping sterling. I bought the stringing sterling silver wire that's coated
Oh yeah.
for stringing beads because I want to make some bracelets and necklaces and stuff. But yeah, I need to get the sterling and the wrapping hot wire.
so I save all of my chains. We've talked about how hey, let's put it back on everybody instead of on
Oh,
me.
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm staring at what I'm doing and not thinking.
So anyway, so I save all of my chains, but when I put my chains like on a necklace or on something else that doesn't go, if they have a label like a hang tag, I take them off because I don't want somebody buying it thinking they're getting a this is origami owl chain, getting a piece of origami owl and then have a made by Cindy. What was what's
Sorry,
that?
Yeah,
that
I
was
keep,
Dawn. He's home.
Oh, okay. I thought somebody was hurt. So
No, he's not hurt.
is it
is that your
sports game?
He just got home from work. Sorry.
oh,
Anyway,
okay.
I'm weaving this wire. I cut it to be about 22 inches long and folded it in half. And I made just the silly little round circle bell up there at top. I didn't weave it, but I'm weaving. I pulled the wire out of the bottom, two pieces, and I'm weaving around them as they came out. I've got a weaving going on, and so far I've just weaved around three times, and I went over across, and I'm fixing to weave around it. I know I weaved around it three times, so now I got to watching y'all. So now I'm going to start the pattern, and so let's see where I'm at. Okay, and so I'm going to go under and over to this one, and over again. I think I'm going to do it three times. I'm going to keep this three pattern going. Round it three times. On the third one, I'm not going to go up over it again. Whoops, I done weaved myself down at the end. Hold on a minute. See, when you get too longer wire, that's what happens. And then I'm going to go back across and go under. And then pull your wire. You got to keep your wires always pulled up next to the next one. And then I'm going to go around this three times at the top one, three times. I keep getting tangled up now. And so you got to keep them pulled down. I don't know if you can see that. I got three, and then I've crossed over and I did three. And then I've crossed back over and I'm going to do three. So that means I'm just wrapping around this wire three times. So you just develop a pattern. You do two times, three times, and then cross over. Or do two crossovers and three wraps, single wraps. But whatever it is you choose to do, you got to stick with it. Be consistent.
Right.
Therein lies my problem. I'm not consistent with anything.
So I got mine. I got mine done. I'll put it on me.
Are you consistently inconsistent?
Pretty much.
So there's my little cat's eye pendant.
Purdy.
And I did that, what she was talking about, the scarf wrapping, but I did it around that bale, the two bales that I had curved around. I just wrapped them.
Yeah.
And that's what the back ended up looking like. But
like it. It's real
That's
pretty.
okay. It turned out good.
So I can put that on a chain and
There's your bell.
ready to go.
That looks good. See there you go. There's nothing to it. And as you go along, you get better.
Yeah, I think this is going to be fun. Can't wait to get better.
We'll start having wire wrapping parties late at night.
Right.
Yeah,
Who's ready to wire wrap?
with each other? I don't know. I've never done that. Can you go live with just two people? I mean,
Yeah.
not live to public, but
Oh, yeah, you can do. Yeah, if you ever want to just like craft together and hang out without being on YouTube, we can do that.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, me, you, and Cindy, and whoever wants to join in.
Yeah, I like that.
Heather, are you trying to talk to us? Because you're muted.
I said, show up in your
Well-
pajamas.
There we go.
You're not talking to us, Heather.
Yeah, ignoring us.
I was talking to my son and forgot to unmute.
Dwayne, you better bite your tongue, brother.
He's supposed to be leaving.
He's trying to win that real life giveaway.
Worried
He said.
about winning that
Oh, yeah.
trip.
The giveaway.
He's excluded because he hates jewelry.
Oh yeah.
There you go. There you go. You're my best friend, Bougie.
Well, you can do it whenever you want. We write a number down.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Nobody can know it but me because I'm the one giving it away. So,
And we all get to enter a number.
yep. Except for you.
If you can't win, you're leaving. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, don't go off with your drawers in a wad, okay?
Only 18 people in here, right?
Right. I'm only showing 18 at the moment.
So, what? Want a number between what? 1 and 30?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay.
Hi, Kathy.
Okay, I picked a number.
All right. So 1 to 20, guys.
1 to 30.
Oh, I'm sorry. 1 to 30. My goodness. There we go.
Oh, I got my number in.
Got my number in.
Hey, Barbie. I
Hey,
didn't know you
Barbie.
Wow.
Dwayne, if you win that, so help me. I'm going to spit and sputter.
Y'all going to freak
No,
out.
I won't spit and sputter. Dwayne's a good guy when he's asleep, not dreaming bad dreams or sending me silly things trying to make me laugh.
Barbie says she loves your new hairdo.
How many people put a number in?
Let's see. We've got
Thank you, Barbie.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 people so far. We got 9 more people that need to pick a number.
Come on, people, because we ain't going to wait on you because we're afraid, we're worried we're going to lose. We want us to win.
All right, I'm going to count to 10 and then I'm going to hit stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Look,
There's
there's Casey, and he didn't even say hello.
you already won.
Somebody got a 14 after the stop.
Yep, I see Lydia.
No,
Yeah, Lydia.
no double numbers.
I don't know if anybody duplicated their number.
I don't see any.
I don't see any duplicates.
No, I don't see no double numbers.
All right, so I'm
Ready?
going to put you up there.
You gonna let her 14 go ahead in?
That's my number.
What was it?
They're going to think it's me. It wasn't.
That's awesome. Yay. I win.
Oh no.
It wasn't rigged, I promise.
I promise. I didn't think I would because I never win Cindy's. If she goes high, I go low. And if she goes low, I go high and I never get it. Look at Dwayne. Y'all already own one, Dwayne.
And now
That's
she's going to own one, and she's going to learn how to make it. And she'll be like,
Yes, I can look at it closely.
Dwayne. 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 What are we going to do with
Hi,
Dwayne?
Sandy.
Hey, Sandy Brown. You come in right too late.
"Aw."
You done the giveaway. Okay,
Mhm.
guys.
Yeah, if we had one more person here, no telling what number I would have picked. Time, changes, and you never know what you would have done.
Do you want me to send this to you, Heather, so you can smack him in the head with it?
You cheated.
You're a cheater.
I don't know.
It was weird.
They're going to get their teeth cleaned.
Oh, I hope they hit a nerve. No, I don't.
Okay,
Oh,
I gotta tell you something.
That's mean. I shouldn't say that.
Dwayne, who has he even smoked off and on for like 30 years, okay?
Wow.
He has never had a cavity.
no, wow.
Oh.
It is so disgusting. The whole dentist office gathers around to marvel at his mouth. And then
Well, not at the marvel at his mouth, but
and then I get in the chair and they do the x-ray and it lights up like a freaking Christmas tree.
That's me.
Oh,
Yes.
no.
No matter what I do, I have problems with my teeth.
Yeah.
I have
And
cavities.
I'm even missing teeth.
Me and you too, both, sister. I don't hardly have no back teeth.
My dentist wants to put an implant in right here. And I told him that there's only one place I'm getting implants, and that's down here.
How funny is that? Oh,
Kathy Phillips says she loves the necklace that you made, Heather.
Oh, thank you.
See, you've got talent for jewelry.
wow.
No, I figure if it was like 20 years ago, I would be worried about putting in the tooth in there. But I don't know. As time goes by, it's like
You care less and less. Yeah, I need one down there too. I don't have a tooth there.
the only thing is, it's my biggest
Only bad thing about leaving your teeth when they're missing, as you get older, your gaps start spreading. I have a gap that has really spread. So.
Yeah, that'd be a reason. That and when you're eating chips and it stabs into your gum. But I don't know. My biggest thing is the pain.
And you say, gum it.
And because if it was something visible, I am vain enough that I would have to get an implant.
That's where I worry about it, is in the front. I don't even.
Yeah, but in the back.
Front teeth.
And I just don't want to have to go through the healing process. A friend of mine, she got braces as an adult, and she had a tooth that had always been missing. You couldn't tell because her teeth were crooked, and got the braces, and it's like, oh, she's got a gap. So she did the implant, and I, was with her as she was going through the steps of it, and I'm like, ugh. Just
the thought of them drilling into my jawbone is not. It's not my idea of fun at all.
Absolutely. That just, I've had a couple of surgeries in my life, but no drilling into bones.
Right, exactly. Me either.
And I did the really bad idea.
I'll just wait till they're all gone, or they can just put a partial in and just let it sit down on the gum.
There you go. I was awake when they took my wisdom teeth out. That was a really bad idea.
So, Kathleen,
gosh.
Are you still here, Kathleen?
Oh, yes, I'm here.
So I want to show you this other wire wrap that I done yesterday that I've got to oxidize it because my copper chain is oxidized. So I've got to oxidize the piece. But I done this, and these are ceramic disc, and I just wrapped them together.
I've been wanting to get a hold of some of them because there's a weaving design that I want to do with one of those. Where you wire wrap, weave it.
Why is the camera freaking out?
Yeah, it's definitely freaking out.
That is very clever, Cindy.
But I like that. I've been wanting to get hold of some stones like that. Well,
I'm getting dizzy trying to look at it.
It's a stone light.
It's crazy.
Take it off like me.
Take it off.
Your camera doesn't like it.
You're going to get sucked into cyberspace. Oh, no. I don't know what was happening.
That was
Okay, let's see if it does it again. So
Okay.
I'm going closer. I don't know if you can see these opal lights on there. I've got little opal lights here.
Do you want me to present you or not present you?
No, that's fine. I'm
Well, I'd
fine.
like make her big. I want to see the open light.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Down here, yeah, I've got these little opal lights.
That's just adorable. I really like that. Where'd you get those
So-
stones?
The stones, I took them off of a necklace. They're what I had done my tree of life with, and I still have a bunch, and I sent some to Booge too. But I'm going to oxidize this copper wire. I don't have any of that oxidizing compound, but I'm actually going to try oxidizing it using the egg method, like you do for silver. So
Egg?
Give her a sulfur. You can get it at Amazon.
yeah, it's salt. I mean, the egg method is sulfur too. It's a sulfur reaction.
Yeah.
So how do you do the egg method?
You boil an egg and then you chop it up real fine, and then you put the piece down in it and cover it all up with the egg and let it sit.
I have never heard that.
It takes a few days for it to work, I think.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna try it. Also, there was some other things that I saw online that suggested other ways to oxidize without having the actual sulfur stuff. So anyway, I do good with my acids testing, but sometimes I'm afraid that I don't need any more chemicals around here.
Yeah. I'm always worried I'm going to end up like pouring it on me or something and burn myself.
The sulfur just stinks. It's not even, I don't even think it's really dangerous.
Right.
It stinks like rotten egg.
Yeah.
So it probably is some sort of egg in it, I wouldn't doubt.
Yeah. Eggs give off sulfur. That's how that works for jewelry.
When you boil eggs, it's all stinky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The best way to boil eggs, pressure cooker. They come out perfect.
Like super cracked and stuff.
No, absolutely perfect. Dwayne puts one of those steamers, it collapses, opens up in at the bottom of the pressure cooker, and then I don't know, a dozen eggs, a little bit of water, and it's like 5 minutes and complete perfection. The shells come off, everything.
Nice.
Is it when you say pressure cooker? Are you talking like the Instapot pressure cooker?
Yep.
I got one of those. I love it.
Yeah, we have 2 of them, and he cooks everything in the Instapot.
I've got to get one of those.
You do, yes.
Love it.
Mine is not
a simplistic old school type person.
Mine is the crock pot brand of the Instapot, and I love it. I use it all the time. So.
Yeah, we have one name brand and one like Sunbeam or something. They both work equally well, and but yeah, he's tried everything from greens, different.
Oh, I cook spaghetti in mine all the time. I'll put a whole pound of spaghetti in it, break it up, barely cover it with water, turn it on, put it on 5 minutes, high pressure, and spaghetti's perfect.
Yeah, I don't think we have done pasta. I think.
I do macaroni like that too.
Okay, yeah, he did do macaroni that way, but we haven't done spaghetti.
Yeah, I do the spaghetti like that all the time.
Fantastic. So. Yeah, I'll be put in charge of keeping track of the timer.
So an Instapot is pretty much like a pressure cooker?
It is, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's an
electric. Can you can in it then? Can you can something in it?
No.
No, you can't.
It's an electric pressure cooker is all it is.
Yeah, it's not like the kind that your grandma had, the big old stainless steel, 10-gallon huge pot.
Yeah.
And those are hard to come by now.
About my Instapot is most of the time I don't think about what I want to eat for dinner until 4 o'clock, and I can just go in and get something out of the freezer and stick it right in it.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm doing some wire weaving and some swirling at the same time. So that's
Let's
what I've
see
been
it. Let's
doing.
see it.
So this is running up the side. I started it down there, and then I stopped and I made a loop, and then I came back together and started weaving again. So you can start and stop your weaving anywhere at any time. I get to keep getting tangled up, so I have too much wire. Okay, can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
It don't want to lay right. It don't want to behave. That's the thing about messing with wire. It wants to get wonky and all over the place. But I just bent my loop.
Can you bring your hand down just a little bit?
Okay, I had to straighten it up. All right. When messing with something like this, it's always going to get wonky on you. It's always straightening it up and doing it, starting over again. Like I got to press these together all the time. That's the weaving part. Can you see it? Nope.
Am I ever going to have that kind of
Mhm.
patience?
There we go. Now you can see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I can see it now.
That's beautiful like that. I love that.
Okay, so I don't know where I'm going with this. Is just an example to show you that you can weave and then stop and break off and do something else and come back and weave again. I probably shouldn't have put 3 in between each one of those. You see what I mean? Because see how far apart the weave is? It's not close together like it would be on the bell.
Mm-hmm.
The more you wrap around singly and further apart you put your little one that goes across, then the more crooked it's going to look.
So, but basically, you can carry that all the way around it like a setting.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
And even at that point, you could maybe turn it into a ring by attaching like a band to it or something.
Yeah, I
If
don't
you
know.
went all the way around and then maybe from underneath, you made like a
That's a
ring.
good idea. I've never done that, but it's a good idea.
Yeah, that's what I want to work on next is trying to make a ring.
But see, on here, on this one, I made that like that. And then I even went around before I put the bell through the bead, I even went around this wire singly with the wrapping, like you would weave.
Mm-hmm.
See that? And
Now is that the copper after you've put the patina on it?
yes,
I love it like that too. That looks
that's
really cool.
oxidized. Yes. I wasn't going to oxidize this one, but I dropped it in a trash can by accident and it landed in a can of cat food juice. I couldn't get it all off.
Well, that one's got memories.
I couldn't get it all off.
Memories.
It started oxidizing from the cat food juice. I'm
Oh
like,
well.
oh no.
No, it does. It gives it that more vintage look. I like that.
Yes, yes. And then when you oxidize, here's another helpful hint for you, or clue rather, tip for you, Cindy. You oxidize, you want to take. So I take SOS pack because it's still wool and it has the soap in it because you got to clean the egg off anyway, and it gives it highlights. So you want to clean some off, and then it'll leave it dark in the grooves, and then you have your highlights on the most upper parts, and it'll look good, get contrast. And so that's what I did with this, is where you see some light and some very dark spots in it. Even on this loop here, that part is light, and then the next one is dark.
I have a question for you. Where is the best place to buy your wire? I mean, like where I live, I don't have like a Michael's or a Hobby Lobby. They're like 45 minutes to an hour away. So,
I'm fixing
do you have a place to order them online?
I'm fixing to start buying mine from Rio Grande because they sell the bigger spools of them, and you can get half round wire. And if you can make these things with the stuff that comes from Hobby Lobbies or Michael with round wire, and if you get half round wire that can lay flat up against your stone, then you're going to do a lot better job. Because you won't want everything half round. You might just want your base wire, the base wire to be half round, and you want all your weaving stuff to be a small gauge, the 28 or 26. You don't want to go any higher than 26.
I think I noticed on one of your I think I noticed on one of your things the other day that do you get some of your beads and stones from Fire Mountain Gems?
I have, but I don't always get it from there. A lot of my labels look just like theirs. This is, however, from there, and this was a hand carved amethyst. So these come from there. Now this is old. This is back from 3-4 years ago. Before I went off into paper crafting. Oh yeah, I do paper crafting too. I got all the tools too for paper crafting. I got many albums that I made. And I got one incomplete that's absolutely gorgeous. So
Kathleen, do you have an Etsy store?
no, but I need one. That's the reason why I started watching you guys, is try to learn how to sell. But nobody took up with me on that.
Well, anytime you're ready, I will help you set your store up for you.
Okay.
Yes.
And there's a
It
lot
won't take me more than 30 minutes to get it done. All you're going to need is to have your PayPal account, which you obviously already do,
yes.
and a banking account so that you can attach it to that.
When I started watching you guys, I didn't even have a computer. I
Yeah,
didn't
I
have a
understand
computer in
that.
my life.
Until I started selling online, I'd never had a computer at home either. I was, 35 years old before I got my own computer at home.
Yeah, I'd say I'm pretty old school and definitely out of the dark ages, just 60 years old and getting my first computer. That's sad.
Mhm. No, I understand. I come from a poor background. We couldn't have one at home. That
Yeah.
was affordable.
Poor here too. I mean, I've been fortunate, but poor. So the things that I get, are gifted to me and stuff that are really nice and pretty, like the diamond bracelet and stuff. I didn't ask for that. The things I get that's real pretty, I didn't ask for them. Somehow I lucked into them or I've been blessed with them. So
Mm-hmm.
not rich, definitely not rich.
Well, we're not fancy folk either.
But
I like to feel fancy sometimes, but I'm definitely fancy.
I've never
most of the time thing.
Yeah, I've never owned any diamonds.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Not even for your engagement ring from Dwayne.
Didn't get an engagement ring from him. I did find my wedding band.
Oh.
Tell him that motorcycle's got to go back. You should have at least the engagement ring.
Yeah, it's my pinky now. No, I told him that I want him to. We had talked about April, take my wedding ring and get a new pattern made, and I put on a couple of pounds, and so it needs to be sized.
How long have you been married?
We've been married for 21 years.
And you put on a couple of pounds? No.
Oh, more than a couple.
Jeez, girl, don't even worry about that.
No. Me and Dave are fixing to have an anniversary pretty soon. So
Oh, when's your anniversary?
November the 4th.
Wow. How many years?
34 years.
Holy cow.
Oh, I just
Nearly as many as April is old. So.
Now, did you say that you didn't know each other long when you got married?
We started dating about the 20th of September and we got married November the 4th.
That is crazy.
And we eloped. We got married by the county judge at 1:45
Oh my.
Sounds like a country song.
Yeah, it does. But Dwayne and I,
be at work at 7:00 the next morning. So
we'd been together for 1 year and 9 months when we got married.
I hadn't even known Dave. I mean, like right now, we're hitting the point where I've known him for 34 years. So anyway, he told his mom
just beautiful work.
Who he was spending all the time with, And he said, "Oh, a girl from the hospital said her name is Cindy, and his mom wanted to know, well, what's her last name?" He said, "I don't know. It starts with an S, which if you know, I have a German name." And his mom's like, "I can think of a lot of things that start with S, Dave." But
Well,
what was funny when we got married, I found I found a piece of paper in his wallet that had my phone number and the word Christine. He thought my name was Christine at first.
oh.
But Dwayne memorized my number the first time he called me, and he was drunk.
What?
That's when they get the courage up.
I didn't answer. I wasn't home. I got a message. We had met a couple of times socially, and then he was with his brother and sister-in-law and friends, and they were all drinking, and so they were calling for me to come over. And so yeah, my first call from him was a drunk message.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh my goodness. So.
Have either of y'all's husbands ever called you another woman's name?
Man, it took me 5 years to stop calling Dwayne by my oldest son's father's name.
Disturb me. I'd be like, no, you did.
And well, something is going on because I keep having dreams about that other man. Nothing inappropriate, just showing up in my dreams. And I even asked my son, I'm like, is your father dead? Is he trying to send me a message? And he said, no, he got goats. And I'm like, so I don't know.
Dave has never called me another name, but when he woke up after being dead, he didn't know who I was. So,
Right.
But I quickly reminded him exactly who I was. Look, dude, I'm the one been praying you back to life. You better remember me.
Does he have memories now from before?
Yeah. But I will say this, most of his memories center around his high school years.
Interesting.
They've been around, not around me, but around his high school years. Yeah.
That
Most
sounds like a nightmare to me. There's a lot of stupid stuff I don't want to relive.
So anyway, but I'll tell him every once in a while. He'll start in telling me some kind of story, and I was like, why don't you tell a story about it after you met me? You know. I actually call those his saved stories.
To this day, I can still come up with something bizarre that my father did to share with Dwayne, and he'll be like, "You never told me that one." I'm like, "Well, there's more, I'm sure," because my father did all kinds of colorful things in his years here on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
What you got pulled out over there, Kathleen? You worked on some Christmas ornaments?
Yeah, I've got some ideas that I was thinking maybe, I don't know.
I love the green and red one. That would be really cool to use that technique on a lampshade.
That's
you have a crafting show, and I'm thinking we're coming up. Oh, sorry about the noise. I knocked something over. Coming up with projects to do, to make. And I bought. Where's the label at? There they are.
Oh yeah, I almost bought some of those recently. I want to decorate some Christmas ornaments.
Yeah, so I'm thinking you can make these are beaded.
Mm-hmm. It's
just
pretty.
Beautiful.
And I'm sure people would love to have some like that. They really have that vintage kind of feel to them, like the old silk ones and stuff had.
Yeah. So, and this has got a Swarovski in it.
What do you bead? What are you beading onto there? What are you beading onto wire? Are you beading onto filament?
This is fishing. This is This is Fireline. Name of it's Fireline.
That's fishing reel, right?
Mm-hmm. Not the clear stuff. This is wax coated.
Okay.
See, it comes in black or white. And 6 and 8 pounds the most popular to use for this kind of work. And the reason why you want the wax coated is because the Indians back in the old day using the I can't probably not pronouncing it right. And then they would have to use beeswax to coat it with. Well, voila, you got your thread here already wax coated, so we can buy it like that. And so the new way of doing it with enamel, or you use this that's called Heaven, specially made for using for beading with. So, but I can do just about, I don't know, say anything, but a lot of things, and beading is one of my favorites. And of course, then the bracelets.
Yes, those are cute.
Jingle bells, do not melt at all for Christmas. And it's a real easy stitch to do. Anyway, I was thinking of coming up with this and trying to do one, maybe do a live somewhere between now and Christmas of making stuff like this. So I'd like to do a little show like yours, or I can't come on and take over your show, or I would say, hey, let's do this, Heather, together, and make, get people to come on there or make their own little Christmas stuff, like.
No, we could do a Christmas edition one if you want, a Craft with Me Christmas video.
I don't know of any well-known patterns for this, so these right here was just like shot in the dark, guessing, holding the thread up against the ball, and then putting beads on there and see how many you need to go around it, and so I'm sure there's some tutorials out there by now since I made these, 3 or 4 years ago. So there might be some good tutorials out there that I can watch one or a couple and find some easy ones to do, because I can't remember how I did these. When you wait that long in between making something, then you go back to it, you forget.
Right. Maybe you got to write that down and save it.
Yeah. So, and stuff I did write down, and I got off into doing other things. I was like, I'm not going to do this anymore. It's like I'll probably figure something out different if I did. So that's how you get an attitude, just get some paper out of the way, when you start cleaning. So that's what happened to that.
So you like beading better than you like wire wrapping?
Well, not really, because the wire wrapping, I don't mind starting over in the wire wrapping, like I said, I can just cut that off and do it again. I don't mind because it's fun. But beading, you mess up on beading, I get an attitude big time, but you don't want to start over and beading.
Yeah, that's tedious stuff.
Yeah, but I don't know, it's so pretty, it's so pretty.
It really is, yeah.
I enjoy the beading because of the prettiness it gives. There's so many things you can do with it.
Well, see, it's actually very funny that I love adding the beads to my wire wrapping, because I don't like beads very well at all. So
I like looking at them.
I don't like
People
wearing
say
them.
that, but every piece of jewelry that I've ever seen has got a bead of some kind on it. So
I can just sit there and dig in beads. I just love glass beads.
yeah, I like beads.
Like jewels. Like, ooh.
Yeah.
I love it.
And even when I got into my paper crafting, it always had some kind of jewel on it somewhere. But you want to see one of my mini albums, and then there'll be enough about Kathleen Krafts today.
Okay. Sure, show it to us.
Okay, I'm gonna run and get it. I'll be right back. Okay. It might won't take a minute.
I sit sometimes and take pieces of wire and just do this kind of stuff to it.
Let's see.
I don't do it with my hands. I do it with my
Curlies.
Yeah. Just sit and do that. So
that's why I was sitting here as she was talking to us, and I had these little scrap pieces of copper wire I was playing with too. I was just trying to see if I could twist them together and stuff.
Okay, Darlene, thanks for being here.
Bye, Darlene. You
See
have
you
a good
later.
afternoon too.
Angie said she was checking out as well.
Right. She said she
All right,
had
bye, Angie.
time. Exactly, Visha. It would be fun.
What's the box that Kathleen's showing us?
Uh-oh, I think she's still
The
got us
book.
muted.
It's an album,
Yep, she's muted.
papercraft album.
Oh,
She does papercraft.
Pretty.
look at that. She is just so clever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm probably not gonna be able to get it all on here. It looks like the camera's too close for this kind of big work. How unfortunate. Anyway, I can do it like this.
We can see most of it, yeah, and like you moved it up and down, yeah, we can see it. It's beautiful.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this can be taken in and out and put a photo in there. I just tore off the little tab. So that was made to where you put a picture in there. So all this is created by Omar.
Oh.
And it's got little things that you can like put pictures on and stuff, and pockets to put your pictures in.
Uh-huh. Do you use like scrapbooking supplies to make this?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, well, I cut those out with a. I have all the tools and the makeshift stuff to make this stuff with.
Oh.
It's a hot shot machine with dies that cut paper to make this design, and I cut it twice, and I lined it with a pretty paper on top it to give it more stout.
Mm-hmm.
Then I put vellum paper in between to protect each individual page.
Ooh.
How pretty.
It mimics the other side is all it is. And then I got real creative with this.
That is neat.
It's got beadwork on it. It's one of my Swarovskis.
Mm-hmm.
And the zipper really does unzip.
Yeah, you could definitely sell things like this, Kathleen. These are beautiful.
I have all kinds of scrapbooking tools. I have a Cricut. I have a Cuttlebug.
Oh, so you know what I'm doing then. And this is magnetic.
Oh, neat.
Okay, and then you have 2 pages here, right? And then it unfolds into another page right there. And then they have the back side of the pages.
I have a binding machine that you can do the combs, make your own books and do the combs.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
And so.
And where do you get the pretty paper like that you used?
At Michael's, and then what I do is I age it with inks and stuff like that.
Oh.
This is called a waterfall. Cindy will probably know what I'm talking about then. You know, but you can put photos on inside of each flap, the top and the bottom flap.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, each one folds back like that all the way down. And so they're layered until you get to the bottom one.
I never got into doing stuff like that. I've got a lot of books that show me how.
Yeah.
But I just bought mine for making, I don't know what all I've made stuff with, but
some of this is real ribbon and cloth and lace that I've cut up and put on here. And then this flips up. And then you can put like photos and stuff inside there.
Yeah, this is way more intricate and pretty than what you can just buy at the store.
Yeah.
Right.
And then this one flips up on the side outside and put stuff down inside there.
See, those would be really cool to put vintage photos of your family.
Oh, absolutely.
It's incomplete. Shame on me. I didn't finish it.
Your talent is just amazing. You beautiful work.
I also crochet. I have shawls that I crochet. So, and then I have one that it's what you call universal, I guess, unisex.
Mm-hmm.
Unisex. And this is the beach one, I guess you call it. And so then this one is opens up like that. This one is complete, where the other one wasn't. And then that opens up and you stick something down in there.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
The beach one. I like it. I've got lag, so I'm just now seeing the front of it. So,
And these would be real sweet for baby books too, to keep little baby stuff
oh my God.
for your kids.
And this other
Yeah.
And this one don't flip or nothing. It just has little pockets. And they're not very, well, yeah, they are kind of deep. I couldn't remember. It's been a while. Now it's been a while since I've done this one.
Do you still currently make these as well?
No, I'm into the jewelry now. I'm back, bouncing back and forward. This one flips open. Oh, going the wrong way. Yeah, this way. Maybe you see that one. This camera, there we go. That's it right there. And then that's the mermaid.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Oh, and it's falling apart. Been sitting in that hot room. Shame. I have to tape it back down. And this one opens.
And so you put like some type of magnetic stripping inside the paper.
It's the Earth's most powerful magnet in the world. These little round metal magnets. Well, you can't hardly get them apart. They put these plastic ones in between because they're so strong it would pinch your fingers if you try to get them apart. And so I use that for the jewelry testing too, because it's the strongest earth metals, magnets. I mean, that you can get.
Rare
Right,
earth.
Yeah, rare earth magnet.
It's like the computer magnet you can get out of the computer. It's just as strong as it. It's super strong.
Like these.
And there's the back page. I didn't do too much of anything with it.
Ow, that hurt.
To where you can just put photos on it if you want to, you know. Just glue them down. That's it though. Oh, and that's
all very pretty. I love it.
Of it. I aged everything around the edges and everything, and just
I am just amazed at your talent. Have you ever seen this stuff before?
What you got?
It's ink dropper.
cool.
I, because of doing storage uniting, have like half a dozen of these. If you would like one, Kathleen, or 4, I'd be happy to send them to you.
What is it?
This is purple ink.
Is it for paper, dyeing paper and stuff?
I probably would use that. I know exactly. You know, has it got a spray on the top?
Nope. It's got
The dropper.
Yeah, it's got the dropper.
Okay, yeah.
Are they alcohol inks? Are they alcohol inks?
I fixed to ask that too.
What's it say on the back?
Yeah, look at her face.
They're alcohol inks, I bet.
Yeah, you could put them in a bottle and mix them with water and spray.
Incredible ink. Okay. Blueberry, which does kind of have a blueberry-ish smell to it. I don't like blueberries, but so yeah, like I said, a bunch of these came out of a storage unit. I'm going to send some to you.
That's interesting.
Thank you.
And because I figure I want one bottle just in case someday I have inspiration for it.
Yeah.
I don't need 6 of them.
Oh, you never know. Are we all the same color or what?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay. I probably don't need 4 of them then. You can just send me
And
one.
I'll send you.
If there's
Okay.
all 6 of the same color.
Yes, so I'll send you one. They do come in different colors. I went to the website. It's a very nice website. The company is actually local here in Utah. They sell markers and all kinds of stuff. I don't know if I don't think there's a store. Maybe they sell through some local places, I'm guessing. But
Maybe that's what those are for, is like refilling the marker ink or something.
yeah, it did say that you could do calligraphy on the website. So it's
Yeah. That just doesn't seem thick enough for calligraphy, though.
so yeah, Jane Davenport. And like I said, you can Google that name and go to the website, and they have all kinds of clever ideas. And
Let me find this page.
I don't know, I'm thinking it's
No,
kind of matching my
Kathleen.
hair.
This right here, this flower is done with spray. I don't know if it was alcohol ink, but done with spray inks.
Oh.
This right here. And then what I did was, after I sprayed it with all the different color inks, I dry individual in between each spray. That's how I got all the different colors.
Right.
Frozen.
You are the woman of infinite
No, you're not
patience.
Huh?
Go ahead, Heather. I was just telling Cindy.
Oh, I said she's a woman of infinite patience.
Mhm.
Do all of that. I'm good at collecting craft supplies.
Oh,
This whole room is craft supplies. Once in a while, I even try to do something with them.
oh,
Hey,
Well, I am.
that's so cool.
Kathleen, I don't know if you saw us talking in the chat, but we were talking about that. People are doing journals like you have that for photo album. People are doing journals like that now too.
Oh, yeah.
They decorate all the pages for journals and stuff. It's really cool.
You need pretty writing to go in something like that.
Yeah.
I do
I'm
not
terrible
have
about
pretty
it.
writing.
In spelling, I can barely talk, let alone spell.
I can't spell either.
I do calligraphy, so I
Well,
don't.
you write books? Aren't you like an author or something, Cindy?
I have a couple of books out, yeah,
See,
but I'm not writing anymore. I haven't wrote since Dave got sick. I haven't been writing since Dave got sick.
No.
I don't have the concentration to keep the story straight in my head anymore right now. So
See.
I don't have a lot of my concentration anymore. So
You're
yeah,
multi-talented too.
huh?
You're multi-talented too, Cindy.
I call it my artsy fartsy side. So.
Yeah, that's the first Friday, I believe, of every month. Salt Lake, they do their gallery stroll, and yeah, we call it Art Fart Night.
Funny.
My mother, she very talented artist before her dementia set in, and so she would have paintings in various galleries. That was a lot of fun.
Somewhere around here, I have an oil painting. I used to oil paint, but I've not done that in a long time neither. That was before children.
Well, that was something.
A picture on Facebook of the black crow, what was it? What are those called? The black crow? Not it wasn't a crow. It was a raven. The woman I posted with that big painting. That's my sister, my distant sister. We're not close because I was adopted, so therefore I did not know her. So we kind of met up and we didn't hit it off. So. Anyway, but we say hi and we're friends on Facebook, and I'm proud of her. We're very artistic. Her mother was an artist too, so it runs in the blood.
Oh, that's cool.
That's really neat.
Well, it's about 5. It's 5:34, so we've been here since 3.
2.5 hours.
Yeah. And I see only about 10 people left hanging with us. So I think I'm going to wrap it up. Anybody want to say anything? And anybody that's still here that hasn't went over to Kathleen's channel, it's Kathleen Krafts. And you should go check her out and see some of the beautiful work that she does.
Thank you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And also we got Cindy has a channel. And Heather, she's not doing one yet, but you can check out MSP Auctions. That's Dwayne, that she's with him over there when they do their auction.
And it's a Dwayne-less auction coming this Saturday.
Really? You're going to do it by yourself?
And Monica Miller's going to help, and it's going to be Kelly. And I'm actually nervous about it.
I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll be there to support you.
I know the feeling.
I don't have his abilities to call. My goal is to have focus, to watch the chat, and it takes a lot.
Yeah.
And so, because I attempted to call an auction for Sandy one time, and I would just get caught up in what she was doing. I'm like, oh yeah, over here. Because I have 2 monitors, and but so yeah, everybody wish me luck. Say a little prayer for me that we all get through it. And so it's going to be ladies' night.
Okay, Dwayne was calling me a slacker the other night when I said I was going to be gone for my next Monday night. So now it's my turn to call Dwayne a slacker.
Yeah, he's going up to his parents' cabin.
Yeah.
All right, then. Well, everybody have a great afternoon. Hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and we will see you on the next Craft with Me. Bye, guys.
See you later.